Do I get changed? Do I leave it? Do I have my hair like this? Do I have my hair like that? Wow, okay. Brush your teeth, hun, you know what I mean? It's not that hard. Keep your hands at your trousers, please. That is disgusting. Oh. Oh, that is so disgusting. Who does that? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be responding to what gives you guys the ick. So I've seen this video floating around YouTube for quite a while now, and I don't know where the term ick came from. Like, I know it used to be called like turn-offs or whatever, but the word ick, I think I first heard it in Love Island when a girl got the ick over the guy she was partnered up with, and then ever since then girls are like, yeah, I get the ick all the time, blah 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 blah. So, and some of them are hilarious. Like, it's basically something that somebody does or wears or acts or in a scenario or situation that they do, that when you see, you're like, oh, it's like that, oh, kind of feeling, you know? It's like, oh, you were so good looking and I liked you so much until you did that. It's kind of like what puts you off with them. So I took to Instagram. If you don't follow me, you should. I will leave my Instagram somewhere on the screen. And I basically just said, what gives you guys the ick? And let me tell you, some of the responses I've got are so funny. I've got like quite a few. So we're just gonna jump straight in. So the first one is speaking to other people like trash. If you speak to waiters rudely, that's it, done, hun. Yeah, I can get that. Like, everybody should be on the same level. Like, just because they're serving you doesn't mean that they're beneath you. That's the same for any retail place. Anyone really, I think, should be spoken to with respect. Poor dental hygiene, yeah. Brush your teeth, hun, you know what I mean? It's not that hard. Walking too fast. Excuse me, I'm small, wait for me. I can relate to that. I'm small, I'm like 5'4", 5'4.5". And people that have long legs, they're like striding really fast. And for every like one step they take, I have to take 2. So if you're, I'm not even gonna try and do the math, I was gonna say if you're walking like 10 paces, I'm then walking 20 paces, if that's the correct maths, right? I don't know if that would be an ick. It would just kind of bug me, you know, like if somebody was walking too fast, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to speak to you anymore, you know what I mean? Disrespecting their mum or female members of their family, nah. Yes. If I witnessed somebody that I was with or speaking to saying really horrible things about their mum or talking like in front of their mum like absolute trash, I'll be like, oh no. Because if you can talk to your mum like that, you're gonna talk to me like that, and I ain't being disrespected. So yeah, that's a massive turn off. Eating with your mouth open. What, like, or like just speaking? Because I like the whole speaking with your mouth full, I can get. Depends like on the situation, because sometimes I speak with my mouth full, but I cover my mouth like this, you know. So I can get that. But if you've got like a big old like mouthful of like loads of different foods in your mouth at the same time, yeah, maybe I've just got the ick for that, because that isn't the best. Derogatory comments, lucky I don't whoop you. That's quite funny. Yeah, I just don't like, in what kind of sense? Like if they were like, oh, you can't do that, you can't lift that because, you know, you're female. I'll be like, bitch, I've got hands just like you. I can lift what I want, when I want, how I want. Yeah, I get that. Scratching balls in public. Yeah, I hate when guys walk around and their hands are like just down their trousers. I'm like, could you imagine if girls walked around with their hands down their crotch, like digging? Oh, absolutely disgusting. So I get that. If like you're at home and you know your hands are down your trousers like there, because like, you know, sometimes girls just like to rest their hands on their boob when they're like laying down. So I guess it's like the same concept for a guy. So I can get that, but at the same time, if you're out in public, keep your hands at your trousers, please. Not ever being able to handle alcohol. I'm not your mum. Obviously that's an ick for me, because like me and George obviously have been out many times. Well, we did before COVID was a thing. And like I would have nights where I would get worse alcohol wise, and he would look after me, and then some nights he would drink more than I would, and then, you know, the roles would change. So like that's not handling your alcohol. Maybe like a sloppy drunk, but then everyone gets like that, I suppose. Like, I don't know, that's a massive turn off for me. I can get it. to a degree, but you know, sometimes like you can't be the one, you can't expect it to be looked after all the time, you know, because that'd be so annoying for them. Imagine going out and have to look after your partner every time you went out. Like, I would say with me and George it's pretty like even. We kind of can tell who's gonna have a more drunken night and then based on that we then, you know, decide who will stop drinking and look after the other person. Sometimes it doesn't work and we just are both messes, but hey ho. Leaving shit on the side / open, put the bloody knife in the dishwasher if you're done. This isn't an ick, but it bugs me. I can tell where George has been in the kitchen based on what cupboard door is left open or what, yeah, that it bugs me. But like stuff on the side, I leave stuff on the side, you know. People picking their nose is the ultimate ick. Ugh. Oh, it's giving me shivers. Like, do you know if you see people driving in traffic and for some reason when you're in a car you think no one can see what you're doing, when in fact you're surrounded by glass and everyone can see what you're doing, and you just get really comfortable in your car and you like forget the outside world is watching you. And like there's been so many times I've been stuck in traffic and I'll just like look around because nothing else to do, and I've seen like loads of old men just like right up there digging for gold and I'm just like that is disgusting. Dirty fingernails. I just really thought of this one before. Like I've never really looked at a guy's fingernails and been like, oh, they're really clean, oh, they're really dirty, you know. Like I quite like rough hands because like rough hands mean, you know, they've done some groundwork. They've like worked, like they're working hands. I like that. Like if I was to touch a guy's hand who had like really soft hands, I'd be a bit like, ooh. I don't know, is that weird? Is that my ick? Soft hands on a guy? I quite like rough, rugged hands. I think that's like a nice sign of like a hard worker. But I've never really looked at someone's fingernails before. Greasy hair. Oh, there was a guy in my secondary school who literally looked like he had just walked out of a shower because his hair was so like oily and greasy, and he had dandruff, which I don't get because his hair was wet, like greasy. Can you get dandruff from greasy hair? I don't know. But yeah, maybe that is gross. Like just wash your hair. Just wash your hair. I wash my hair all the time. Wash your hair. It's not hard. When you're in the shower, just, you know, boop, quick little under the head shower. It's fine. Sleep in the eye. Oh. Obviously, everybody has sleep in their eye when they wake up. Well, I think they do. Is that a normal thing? I always have sleep in my eye when I wake up. But like the actual thought of it, like looking at someone and then having like crusty eyelash. Oh, that is so disgusting. Like crusty eyelashes first thing in the morning. Isn't that what you want to wake up to, is it? Oh goodness. Tight, skinny jeans. Now, I did not know this was a thing to have an ick, but then I was like, well, what do you mean? Because I can't imagine, I don't think guys that wear like really baggy trousers, that wear like baggy trousers are like attractive, because that to me reminds me of like the noughties America bad boy look, you know what I mean? Like the really baggy jeans and like the chain dangling down. But she meant like the really tight jeans, like was like, she called them spray-on jeans, which I assume that just means that your jeans are so tight they look like they're just like painted on. But then again, if you've got thick legs, I think that looks really nice. But then she showed me a picture of what she meant, and the person had really skinny legs, and it did look a bit odd. So I can kind of get that. So those are the ones I've got. Oh, somebody else said wearing tracksuit bottoms, like for a guy, and not having socks on. And I was like, oh, is that really an ick? Like, that's really pedantic. Because I'm not wearing socks right now. And I'm just like, oh, I've got shorts and no socks on. Is that weird to people? Is that going to give people the ick? Now that I've read some people's out, I'm going to go ahead and talk about my icks. I hate when people call their partner bird. Like, I'm talking to my bird. Do I have a beak? No. I'm either you're like your girl, your missus. I like being called missus. I think that's quite nice. Girl, missus, girlfriend, partner. I'm talking to my bird. No, you're not. I don't tweet. I don't go paka. I'm not a bird, so don't call me that. I don't like that at all. When you're in like a club or a party or a setting where there's music and somebody is trying to sing along to the words but obviously don't know the words, and they're like, I can't even explain it. I just find it embarrassing. Like, if you don't know the words, don't pretend to know the words, you know what I mean? Are there any more icks? Let me just check my Instagram one last time, because there's been any new ones. One of them is when you're at a drive-through and they hand over the food and the cashier says, enjoy, and the person says, you too. I've done this so many times. Like, You're just being polite, and I think it's out of habit because I think they're going to say have a nice day. That automatically I'm just like, yeah, you too. But if they say enjoy, like what do you say to that? But it happens. It's happened to everybody. I bet it's happened to you watching this video, and I bet it's happened to the person that's sent this in as well. So be nice. Letting the bathwater drain before you get out. Who does that? Who sits in a bath as it's going down? Because then you'll get cold. No, that's weird. That is weird. That is giving me a bit of an ick, because that is weird. Using the monkey emoji, so do you know like the see evil, hear evil, speak no evil? Is that the thing? But yeah, any person that uses emojis like that makes me cringe. Oh, my ick, actually going back to my ones, is I hate the little winking emoji with like his tongue out. I hate that. Makes me cringe. Even the winking emoji makes me cringe. And also putting like lol, because that sounds sarcastic to me. Like, don't lol me. When his zip jacket breaks. Oh, these are just mean. Like, come on. Oh, this is weird. This one actually is making me a bit feel weird. When it said like when somebody puts their shoes on only halfway to run and take the bins out. I have done that, but I also just put like some like sliders on because I ain't got I have not got the patience or energy to like put my whole trainer on, do it up, or boot, do it up. You know, just like if I'm just running out the front, but I'm not going to go out in bare feet because it's cold and it's wet outside at the moment because we live in England. So can get that, can't get that. I think a lot of icks are just mean and people being really picky. Like if you get put off by the smallest of things, you're going to run out of people to be with. My message to people with like really stupid minor icks will just be to get over it. Sorry, that's my opinion. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed reading some of your icks. They made me laugh. I agreed with some of them. Didn't even think of some of them either, like the eye crust, disgusting. But yeah, what are your icks? Leave them in the comments below. I look forward to reading some of them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do let me know what videos you'd like to see from me in the future by commenting below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon for a brand new video. Bye!